How smoky can you make a whiskey sour? Stick around to find out. I'm going to be doing a giveaway on today's video. I'm going to be using some of this. This is foamy foaming agent. You'll find out a little bit more about that later on in the video. But I'm going to be handing out a sample to one of my lucky subscribers. All you need to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave me a comment down below what your favorite whiskey is. Peaty, unpeaty, smoky, or not smoky. And I'll be choosing one subscriber at random to send this to. Good luck. My name's Tom Dye. I've been a bartender for about 20 years and I love smoky or peaty whiskies. So I thought, I wonder how smoky or peaty can I make a whiskey sour without it tasting like an ashtray. First talk about peaty whiskies. Pete is not a person, it's not Peter Piper. And how do these whiskies get their smoky, or as we say, peaty flavor or aroma? First of all, peat. Peat is basically decayed organic matter such as grass, moss or trees. And it's decayed down, but it still stays wet. So it doesn't fully decay. And it turns into this matter, which we call peat, which is like a spongy mud. Peat is used for the drying process during the production of some whiskies. They take the peat, they burn it to dry out the barley, which is already a little bit moist from germination. And then the smoke from the peat basically attaches itself to the barley, giving the whiskey that smoky or peaty flavor. Now that smoky taste or that peaty taste that we get in whiskey is measured by phenol parts per million, ppms. And this refers to the amount of phenols in the malts itself, not in the finished product of the whiskey. What are phenols, I hear you asking? Well, they are chemical compounds found in the peat smoke which give the whiskey its smoky flavor. Why is this important, I hear you ask? Well, because today I'm using a whiskey called Octomore 10.2. Octomore are renowned for making very, very peaty whiskies, and I think they actually made the most peaty whiskey in the world. Now, to give you some kind of comparisons to some other brands that you have, here is a list of some well-known peaty whiskies and their ppms, their phenol parts per million. You can see it averages around 40 to 50 ppms. Now this whiskey is 96.9 ppm. So it's quite a peaty, quite a smoky whiskey. So if you make a whiskey sour with this, you're gonna have quite a smoky whiskey sour already. Now normally you wouldn't make a whiskey sour with such an awesome product. And I know some whiskey aficionados are probably gonna be saying, what are you doing, Tom? You are mental. But I bought this, I've been enjoying it on its own, and I thought, well, let's make a whiskey sour from it and see how smoky we can make that whiskey sour. I'm gonna keep the recipe very simple, and I want to enhance that smoky flavor from the whiskey and from the extra smoke I'm gonna add into it. So I'm not gonna use egg white, I'm gonna use some of this. This is a foaming agent. Essentially, it's an egg white replacement, but the difference is when you use egg white, you're gonna dilute the cocktail down a little bit more because you're gonna have 25 to 30 mils or shots of egg white into your cocktail. When you're using foamy, you just have to use 3 to 5 drops, and that's gonna bring a foamy texture to your cocktail. So this is a great replacement for those that don't like eggs or for vegans. It means I'm gonna be able to taste the whiskey a hell of a lot more, and it also means that there's gonna be less dilution in the cocktail, and I'm only gonna get the flavors of the smoke and the basic ingredients of a whiskey sour that I want. To add a little bit more smoke to my cocktail, I am gonna be using this fantastic contraption right here. This is called Spirits with Smoke, and it essentially, you can burn wood chips to add a smoky flavor to your cocktail. But you'll see more about that in just a little while. If you like peaty whiskies, make sure you hit that like button. Let me know in the comments box, what is your favorite peaty whiskey? Okay, so we're gonna have a large measure of our Octomore. That's about 50 or 60 mils. And I can smell it already. I might even drink some a little bit more. Yes. Yes. Oh man. The ratios are going to be 2 parts whiskey, 1 part sour, 1 part sweet. Now I've got a mixture of lemon and lime juice here. I just think it gives a nicer taste. So that's going to be 1 shot to my 2 shots of whiskey. And then to finish off, some sugar syrup, some 1-to-1 sugar syrup, which means 1 part sugar, 1 part water, and that's all you need. Right, here comes the fun part. So, Spirits with Smoke, not only does this bring a nice smoky flavor to your cocktails, but it looks pretty cool when you do it as well. We've got this wooden top, and then I've got bourbon and oak wood chips in the top. When they send you this, you get a few other options as well. There's cognac, cherry, and rum and maple. So whatever tickles your fancy, you can use. Yes. Yes. I think that is nicely smoked up. Yes. Add in my couple of drops of foamy. Boom, boom, boom. And then, yes. All right. You can't see it from there, but there's also an ice cube already in there. The ice cube is there to bring out more of those smoky flavors from the whiskey. So the glass is super cold, so that's gonna help. And the ice is also just gonna help enhance those smoky flavors. Plus I am gonna fine strain because I do want a finer bubble. I want a smoother, creamier texture. I could not fine strain, but I think it's gonna be better like this. We're gonna have, obviously, a lemon peel. Just squirt that over the top. And to finish off, I'm just gonna rest a cherry on the top like that. That is our super duper smoky whiskey sour. Right, let's give it a taste. Oh, oh yeah. Video's over, video's over. It's a good, full-bodied, full of flavor, creamy, foamy, very smoky whiskey sour. I highly recommend that you give it a try. Oh yeah. Me and this whiskey sour are gonna go and get a room. But before I do leave, I do want to say a huge thank you to all these legends right here who support me over on Patreon. If you want to find out a bit more about that, there is a link in the comments box below. I also have a secondary channel which you can check out up there, which is all about flair bartending if that floats your boat. Before you go, don't forget to hit subscribe and click that bell for notifications so you can be notified when my cocktail videos go live. That's going to be every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Also, don't forget to smash that like button if you like the video. I'd really appreciate that. It really helps the YouTube algorithm show this video to more bartenders and more people who are going to really enjoy a smoky whiskey sour. But anyway, I'm going to go and enjoy this. Thank you very much for watching. And until next week,